Okay, so I don't know what's going on. But chat is back. I never put this to the Book of Faces, so that's something. Alan, good morning. So, I am not turning Amish, I swear. This is the third live stream. Keeps freezing and getting all jolty and whatever else. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. But we're gonna have to do some figuring out. Anyways, chose the wrong blade guard for my beard trimmer. So I like having my lips a little bit smaller, thinner than the rest of my beard. Just looks a little bit better aesthetically, and I grabbed the wrong beard guard, so I had two choices. Either look like a complete idiot for about 2 weeks, or take it all the way down to its natural termination point, and at least some people think it looks intentional. So I made a planchette, table planchette for a client, and actually I found the coolest things for it. I have no idea where they are. But they are the smallest roller balls for furniture that I've ever seen in my life. I don't know. Smallest roller bars I had ever seen in my life, and they work fantastically. This thing is made out of 3mm plywood. It's good plywood, but it's small. And I thought that would be a bug. Apparently this lady thought it was so much of a feature and thought it turned out so amazing. I'm going to post pictures on the Facebook group here in a little bit, that she was almost in tears and she was borderline hysterical. Not in the laughing sense, but just uncontrollably excited that she actually had trouble speaking with how well she loved how it turned out. She didn't think it was even possible. It's like, come on. Really? I can do anything. It's just a matter of limitations. Like, what limitations do you want to put on the project? What budget do you have for the project? And how much time do you have to sink into the project? All things are possible. But the long story short is she loved it so much that she wants me to make more. She wants me to outfit several conferences worth of products and materials for all of this stuff. With all of this stuff. And she wants me to get her a list of my capabilities, my current capabilities. So, like, I don't even know where to start with that. Because it's pretty much everything except, like, resin casting I can do. So, like, where do you want to go with this? Or everything except metal casting. And as soon as I get a foundry, like, that'll be a thing of the past too, and I'll be able to do that. You know, you want calligraphy, you want vinyl, you want logos for hats, mugs. Do you want shit engraved on tiles? Do you want custom coasters? Like, with endless possibilities, how do I narrow it down to a list of what I'm capable of? At least for production value. Like, that it's hard for me to wrap my head around what she's actually asking. But she wants me to make another table planchette. Except this one, I can't find any pictures of. So it's going to be a complete fabrication from mind. Which is going to have some unique qualities, I suppose. But, like, you can just, like, capability wise, I don't even understand where to start. Like, you can bring me raw materials and I can build you something beautiful as long as you know what you want. Do you want a bed you can have BBW orgy on? I can do that. Do you want apparently a table that can skitter across the room and summon spirits? I can do that. Do you want a Damascus cane sword? I can do that. Do you want a skirt? Do you want hats? Do you want emblems? Do you want tiles, artwork? Like, do you want me to build a whole building? Design a whole building? Like, I can do all these crazy things. But to narrow it down to a list, I don't even know where to start. Anyway, she was so excited about the planchette that, like, I'm in the process of designing a brand new one for her. It seems my biggest limitation is my live streaming and the amount of time I have in a day. So, I guess that's where we're at. But then, it's not like I don't have projects that take 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, 2 years to complete. So, like, time's not really a limitation. It's the customers or the client's time is the biggest limitation, I suppose. I don't know. Like I don't know where the cutoff is on these things. And even that, you know, the bigger I get, I can start employing people or getting multiple lasers and having these things run and run and run. Like, how can you have like, I don't know how to address this. You know? Like, I don't even understand how to start addressing this. Anyways, how are you? So you posted a really cute picture the other day with a little bean. It was adorable. But like, you want wedding rings? I can do wedding rings. You want, like, I don't even know how to, like, encapsulate all this. One thing I'm having the biggest difficulty with right now, actually I'm having two big issues. The first one is with my streaming here. And every single time I've had an issue with a stream, it's been while I was running Lightburn. So perhaps these two programs are taking up too much space. Just waking up, haven't even had coffee yet. Yikes. Here I'm laying all these big problems down. But I think Lightburn itself might be interfering with the live stream, which is unfortunate. And I think Lightburn does take up quite a bit of processing power, especially when I'm doing like tracing and stuff. Because then you have, especially when you go from like a picture to hundreds of complex lines, I could see how that could be an issue. And maybe that's the whole issue. Which means, I guess, I just need to upgrade the processing power of my desktop, which shouldn't have been an issue. It might not be me. It might be OBS. it looks like it's OBS, which is open source broadcasting system. And it's not creating crash logs. It looks like everyone is dealing with this. So this is a bug within the okay, that's good. At least this is a bug that's not my problem, or not only my problem, not a problem on my end. It looks like it's a problem on the OBS end. And it could be something. It also could be something in Windows 11. Okay. I mean, this is bad news because I can't fix it. But it's good news because it's not my screw up that's causing this, which is good. Good news. I think we might have found somewhere. And while it's not going to be a forever home, it is a significant upgrade to where we're at. It'll be a whole house. So first floor, second floor, basement. The yard itself is smaller. However, there's a front porch, a back porch, a front lawn that we can actually use. So much to plant, so many planting areas. Like there's just a huge plethora of perks, and at the same price we're paying now. So I think, as much as I'm stressing about things, I think we're going to be okay. Just have to get everything packed. I will know on Friday, Thursday or Friday, whether or not we got the place. I hope we did. I really hope we did. But yeah, it'd be nice to have a front porch again, and then a back porch for entertaining. It's still in the same area that we're in, so everything will be very nice. It's off one of the main thoroughfares, and it's away from the police and fire building, and that'll be nice just for the fact that we won't hear sirens all the time. The other downside is the parking. It does have a driveway, so it does have private parking. However, that private parking is sparse. But you take the good with the bad. And the other plus is, instead of having 2 flights of janky stairs to go up and down just to get into the building, it is 6 concrete steps, which they're starting to pit and spall a little bit, but the landlord already asked me and talked to me and approved me to fix them at my leisure, and he will reimburse me immediately before he even signed anything. He's like, hey, can you do this, this, and this? I'm like, yeah, I could build this place up from scratch if you want me to. So, well, it's not a forever home. It'll be a significant, not only a stopgap measure, but it'll be a stopgap that's a significant upgrade from where we're currently at. So, good things are coming, and it looks like there is going to be significant relief along with all these good things coming. So I do have a lot of challenges coming up. My biggest challenge with the at least with the this new planchette. So like I said, I gave this lady it was traditional, you know, like spade shape planchette. So it's kind of triangular. It's kind of a fat triangle and a kind of, so it's a spade without the little stem part, basically. She loved it, went nuts for it. The good thing about that shape is it takes 3 wheels, and if you know anything about geometry and physics and all this stuff, 3 wheels make a stable point. That's why cameras use tripods and stuff, and you know, machine gunners and everything else that needs to have a stable mount on non-level ground has 3 points of contact. So if the plywood is a little warped or whatever, things are a little wonky, it has 3 points of contact. Maintains things beautifully. What she wants now is a 6-inch round planchette, which in and of itself is no problem. She wants it thin out of plywood, again, no problem. But since it's going to be round, you're going to want at least 4 points of contact, which means I need to make this thing as flat as possible. And the only way I can see making this into a actual product, an actual stable product, would be to make the planchette itself with all the pretty engravings and everything else, and then on the back side, on the underside, make a skeleton support structure, I think, which then I can compensate for any warp and maybe even offset the plywood by 45 degrees and give it an extra dimension of stability. Because the more dimensional stability I have, the better everything tends to be. And of course she wants this as lightweight as possible, so we're going to have to figure a way to make that happen.